I'm filming this video obviously to talk about my step 1 experience, and now that I'm done, it's been a month since I've passed, and now that it's over, it's like, I don't know if it's a coping mechanism, but the past year is a blur, thankfully. I don't know if that's so I don't have to relive the moments from that, but I don't have a script for this video. I'm just gonna try and go through how I feel and what I wish I would have done for step 1. As for a specific schedule, I'm not gonna give you what exactly I did to study, and that's because it changed so much. It took me so much trial and error to figure out what specifically worked for me. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of videos already online talking about how to do well on step 1, but stay here. We're gonna have a heart-to-heart about step 1 and the struggles that you're probably gonna encounter. So going into step 1, I knew that it would take me a bit longer to study for it than other students, mainly because I just take a while to have concepts and get them down and know them fully, but also because the curriculum that I had for school wasn't systems based. So I was still in my head trying to piece things together. Now, what I didn't know was it would take me a year to do this. I thought I would have it done within a few months, and looking back, that was such a naive mindset, and it's okay. It's done. And I'm smiling now as I say all this, but guys, please understand, this is a very trying time in your medical career. This is a really tough exam. So what I would say is don't neglect yourself. In the beginning of studying for step 1, I was strictly only studying, not going out with my family and taking a break on the weekends, like nothing like that, not working out. Am I gonna admit this? I don't know if I want to say this. You know what? I think I need to say this because I failed the first time I took step 1, and that was back in, when did I even take that? I think August. I took that in August, and yeah, it didn't go well. I wasn't ready. I felt a certain pressure to take the exam. Also a financial pressure, because the longer you're out of school, I don't have to explain that to you guys, you know, but it's expensive to not be enrolled technically in a semester, and my parents were the ones taking care of me this entire time, as they always do, because they're the best and I love them, but they love me. My mom's gonna watch this and be like, stop. Anyways, I know there is a certain level, there is a stigma to failing step 1. Not a lot of people talk about it, so you feel like there's not many videos. It's a scary thing to admit that you have failed, because you're scared of how other people are gonna now perceive you. They might say, oh, she's not that smart, she's not that, whatever they have to say about you, but it's not true. What they think about you is not true. It was really humbling, because after I had failed the initial time, I needed to change things up. I couldn't just be at home studying. I needed to do something different. And it was incredibly humbling, because I had to go back to my university roots, and I went back to my campus because they allow alumni to use the library. So I went there, and that helped a lot. Change of scenery helped a lot. I was able to focus. You're around other students, so it becomes easier to just get into a flow state and stay there. Whereas, you know, if you're home, there's the fridge, there's the coffee maker, there's a bunch of things that can distract you, or even family members, you know. And if you're feeling incredibly burnt out, take a break. I know there's a certain guilt that you feel when you're not being productive, but taking a break is productive. You're resting. We're human. We need to rest. So do that. Gosh, I feel like this is all over the place. So let me start off with where I was the last time you saw me, which was in Maine. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Okay, so I was in Maine. I finished the Maine semester in December of 2021, and we had to take a Kaplan exit exam for that. Now, I didn't pass the first time I took it, so I had to retake it. And then once that was over, I officially started studying for step 1. Now, I started studying, but I was all over the place. I was trying to go over content and learning more so than going over questions. And I think that's what kind of messed me up the first round, was not going through as many questions as I possibly could. And I think that really helped me the second round, was just going through questions and doing Anki. I was never an Anki queen, became one after I failed, and that lit a fire under me to become master of Anki. I'm just joking. It's not that serious, but Anki really helped just to revise, because otherwise I would just be doing questions and not retaining anything. So the mix of doing questions and Anki together was really helpful for me. What I will say is do what works for you. Once again, that might be through trial and error, but I feel like you probably know yourself the most and what's going to work for you. I know there's a lot of noise on the internet in terms of how to study for step 1, and then on top of that, you're already feeling anxious about the process and whether or not you're going to pass. It's a lot. It's a lot of overstimulation, so really just, you know yourself. And another thing to track your progress is do MBMEs. Do testing to see where you're at. In the second round, that really helped me as well. The first round, like I said, I felt like such an immense pressure to do well, and I took it before I was ready. All of this together it just wasn't good. And yeah, it's done now, and I have passed the second round. So after that August fail, I bounced back pretty quick. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but literally within a day I was already studying again. But this time I did things differently. I was taking breaks, whether that was 1 or 2 days on the weekend, mostly 1. If on those days someone had made plans with me, I would go, and daily I would try and exercise, and nothing extreme. Sometimes I would go to the gym, but it could just be a walk. Anything to clear your head, honestly. It's not good to be sitting down for as many hours as we do without taking care of ourselves. So I took the exam in August. So between the beginning of the year of 2022 to August, I was studying for that initial step 1 attempt. Then it took me until 2023, which is this year, so I wrote it in April, and then I finally passed. And let me tell you, when I opened my results, I was contemplating filming it and chose not to because I was so anxious. I hadn't even brushed my teeth. I just opened my laptop. I was in bed, and I said a prayer, and I opened my results, and PASS turned up on the screen, and I was so overjoyed. I could believe it, but I also couldn't believe it. My scores leading up to that second attempt had told me that I was ready, but honestly with step 1, you feel like you never know. And I immediately called my mom, and she was also happy, and I called everyone. That was a good day. Now, if you are a student that has failed, understand that you are not defined by this one failure on this test. Everyone has a bad day. It could have just been a bad day for you, but you're defined by how you get back up afterwards. So learn from your experience. There's a quote. On my calendar, I basically put, failure is the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. And on my computer screen, I made Dory, my desktop screensaver, and it's of her saying, just keep swimming, because that's what you literally need to do, is just keep pushing. Just keep trying. Just keep trying. You'll do it. If you are a student that's struggling right now, I am by no means this genius student at all. I have to work really hard to get to where I am. And if you're one of those students as well, you can do it. I promise you, you can do it. Don't give up on yourself. This is a really brutal exam. It's really tough. And once you do get over to the other side, it's gonna feel so good. A lesson that I really had to learn during this period was you really have to be patient with yourself. there was even times when I was studying and I would just be shaking my leg, wishing that, this is so stupid, but wishing that the question reading would go by faster, that answering the question, understanding it would go by faster, because it's not like, you know, like if you're an athlete, you feel like you're moving because you are moving, whereas when you're just sitting down and studying and trying to absorb, there's no like adrenaline with this process. It's just you and your you world or whatever you're using, and that's it. I had so many moments of just sobbing, and you know, I might even insert a clip of, I did film a little bit during the process, but honestly it was so tough I didn't film much, but the clips that I did get, I'll show you. Insert right here. I know it's not a race, but it's like how long is it gonna take? So as you can see, not a fun time. I think what really gets to us during this period is the level of uncertainty surrounding, not even for step one, it's pass fail now, so it's really just, am I going to pass? Am I smart enough to do this? You are. I promise you are. You've made it this far. You can do it. I know how it feels to not know and to doubt yourself and to see all your peers excelling and you're still at the same level. But take time with yourself. It'll come. You'll do it. And like I said, do those assessments, because they'll really tell you whether or not you're capable of writing the test. And really understand from the year-old questions that you're doing. I'll be making a separate video that's more detailed than this one. I just kind of want to get a video out because it's been such a long time and I've been putting this off, but I'm gonna have a video out that's mainly for family members to understand the step one experience, because I felt like that would have been really helpful. As someone that doesn't have anyone that was a doctor before this in my family, I had to explain a lot. They didn't understand a lot of the process, understandably so. It's a really difficult thing to understand. There's a lot that goes into it. A lot of paperwork, a lot of why are we buying UWorld, why are we also buying, what's an MBME, what's any of these words. Yeah, so I'll have that video out as well. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say I'm back. I'll be filming for rotations real soon. I start in June and I'm gonna be going to Georgia. I'm excited. I start off in Georgia, and yeah, in a few weeks I'll be on my way to the States. I still am processing it because I can't believe that time has flown by, and it has. In the moment, it feels like time is at a standstill. It feels like everyone's doing better than you. You feel like, you know, but you're not. That's not true. So, gosh, I don't even know what else to say. I don't know if there is much else to say. I think I've pretty much covered main events. Hopefully this video has helped anyone going through the process, but yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything. So if anything, I'll do a follow-up video. I'll do the one geared towards family members and understanding this process, but if you have any questions, just comment down below and I'll be happy to answer. All right, bye guys.